to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Katie. This is Life with the Love Days, and today I'm going to be sharing some St. Patrick's Day crafts that you can do at home with your kids, whether you are a homeschooling mom or if you just like doing these types of things with your kids at home. I love to do crafts with my kids. I think it's super fun, and these are really pretty easy. My kids are 7, 5, and 3, so these are easy enough that all of my kids can participate. So this should work for a pretty broad range of kids. And of course, you can always adapt or adjust each craft if needed to fit your kids better if you need to. So let's just dive in. I'm going to show you guys what crafts we're making. I did do a St. Patrick's Day craft video last year as well. I'm going to be leaving the link to that in the description box. If at the end of this video you want to see some more ideas, those I'm not doing any repeats that I did last year, so those are totally different but also easy St. Patrick's Day craft ideas. So if you want to go check out that video after you get finished watching this one, like I said, I'll leave the link down below. And let's get into it. The first craft I'm going to be doing is it's a 3D craft, which is really fun. And this is a rainbow with a pot of gold. And I am going to be showing you guys how to make this one. So I'm gonna start with a bunch of different rainbow colored pieces of construction paper. And I'm just gonna cut strips from each one of those. Then using a piece of black construction paper, I'm going to cut out a shape that's supposed to look like the pot of gold. So you can just cut out whatever shape you want to for the pot. Next, you're just going to take all of your rainbow strips of paper and tape them together at the bottom. And then you're going to tape them onto the paper. And then starting at the bottom, you want to start with strips of two strips at a time, and tape them curled over. So it's going to give it this 3D effect that's really cool. Once you get the rainbow where you want it, you're going to glue the pot of gold onto the bottom of the rainbow. Then you're going to get a piece of white cardstock and you're going to cut out a cloud shape. Then the last thing that you're going to do after you attach your cloud is you're going to need to put some gold in your pot of gold. So I am just using 4 pennies that I happen to have. You could also use like gold glitter glue or something fun like that. Absolutely love the way this one turned out. Okay, the next activity that we're going to be doing is super easy. This one is great for toddlers, and you only need 2 supplies. One is some green paint. You can get this at the dollar store. That's where this one came from. It lasts forever. And the next supply you need is some marshmallows. And they're just going to paint shamrocks with the marshmallows. So it's super easy. And I always love stuff like this where you use different objects instead of a paintbrush when you're painting, just because it really makes kids use their creativity. And I don't know, it's just fun for them to use different objects. I've done like apples before. We've done broccoli painting, we've done pepper painting. There's so many different things out there that you can use, but this is a new one. We have never done marshmallow painting, so I'm super excited to see how they enjoy this. So for this one, I told my older two kind of the shape of the shamrock that we were trying to go for, and they did pretty good with it. I just let them do this as an independent activity on their own. My 3-year-old, as you can see, she just had fun stamping. She wasn't doing the shamrock shape, and that is totally fine because she's still being creative and just having fun with art. So I think these turned out cute. After they did the shamrocks, they used their finger to do like a little stem. With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. Okay, the next craft, I printed out this shamrock template from craftsonsea.com. I can post the link for this in the description box. It's a free printable, so I printed 3 of them on cardstock paper. I'm going to give the kids some green construction paper and some kids scissors, and they're going to cut up little pieces of green construction paper. After they've done that, they're going to glue it on here. So this is great for those fine motor skills and scissor skills, especially my Lawson over here. He's a kindergartner and he's practicing cutting a lot, right? So this will be good practice for you. So they're going to cut it and then glue them on here. So this is another super easy craft, and I really like that they can go at their own pace with this craft. They get those scissor skills, practicing those scissor skills, or if you have little ones that are too little to do scissors, you can even have them rip pieces of paper, which is still great for fine motor skills. My son, that's what he eventually switched over to. He just started ripping pieces because the scissors were frustrating him, and then our 3-year-old wanted to try out the scissors, so it worked out for everybody. Once they had their strips small enough or their little pieces of paper, they just glued them right onto the shamrock shape. And if you are new to crafting with kids, if your kids are getting to that age, I highly recommend getting the glue sticks that are purple, because that way your kids can actually see where they're putting the glue. It turns out bright purple, as you can see right here. When it dries clear, so you will not see that bright purple after the picture dries. But it is so helpful for your kids to be able to see where they are putting the glue. It's just definitely a genius idea, whoever invented this. I just wanna go my own way, 'cause I am on my way. 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 I am on my Okay, and this is our last craft, and this is a handprint craft, which I love handprint crafts because they make amazing keepsakes. You know, your kids every day are growing bigger, and this is just another one of those ways that you can remember like how small their hands were. And so I've done a bunch of different handcraft crafts before, and so for this one I wanted it to be like a family craft, so I actually am going to make a shamrock shape with our handprints, and I did one of the leaves of the clover or the shamrock or whatever for each person's hand. So I did my daughter's, then I did my son's, then I did our youngest, and then I did my hand, and then my husband did the stem with his finger. So all of our family had a little part in making this shamrock, so I think that that's really sweet. But you could totally, if you're going to do this, you could totally do one for each kid using their handprint 4 times or whatever.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know
closed out this video, I did want to share with you a really cool product that a company sent to me. The company is called TheNameStamp, and I'm going to open this up and talk a little bit more about this so that you can see it, and I'm even going to review it and try it out so you guys can check this out, because if you're watching this, most likely you are a parent or a grandparent or work with kids, and this is something that anybody that works with kids or any parent, especially if you have multiple children like I do, this is something that is definitely going to come in handy for you. So let me go ahead and show you what's in this box. So like I said, this is from TheNameStamp. It came in this really cute little pink box, and they sent me 2 of these for my son and then my youngest, and they are stamps with their names on them, and they come in these super cute little, I think the blue one is an owl and this one is a cat. So cute. And you can put their name on there. You can also pick like an icon, and so I picked for my daughter, I picked a little butterfly, and then for my son I picked a penguin because he's obsessed with penguins, and they just come apart like this, and there is the ink. It's kind of hard to tell, so I'm going to go ahead and stamp it on this piece of paper so you can see. It comes out really nice and clear. I was very impressed. My very first time stamping, I didn't have to, you know, do it a bunch of times to get it to come out nice and clear, so I was pretty impressed by that. So these are perfect if you have a kid that goes to preschool or daycare and you want to mark their clothes or their items so that they don't get sent home with anybody else. This is also really helpful, I think, if you have multiple kids, maybe that are in the same size clothes or very close, and you're doing laundry and you need to be able to know whose socks are whose or whose sweatshirt is whose. I think that these really come in handy for that. And you can use these on fabric, like I said, so I decided to test it out. I grabbed my daughter's jacket. It actually has this little name spot inside the jacket. I had never wrote her name in there, so I was actually really excited to try this. Little nervous, but when I did this, you guys, it came out perfectly. I was seriously impressed, like, with how good it came out. Look at this. I think that looks almost like it was typed on there. Like, that does not even look like a stamp to me. And the name stamp is water resistant, so you can actually wash it and it will not fade. So I'm really excited about that. My son, he wanted to try out his, so I let him stamp it on the paper, and he loved seeing his name with the little penguin icon. It's so cute. So I just wanted to shout out to TheNameStamp, and thank you so much for sending these. These will definitely be used at our house a lot. Go check them out. I'll leave the link in my description box if you're interested. And those were all of the crafts that we did for St. Patrick's Day. And like I said, these were super easy, and you can always adapt if you want to make it easier or a little bit more difficult if you have older kids. But regardless, I think that these are super fun and the kids have fun doing them. And I don't know, if you're like me and you love themed activities or crafts, definitely I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, because I like to do these around each holiday. They're just really fun to do. And if you are looking for more St. Patrick's Day crafts, like I said, I do have my video from last year. I'll try to link it up here, but it's also going to be in the description box. I'd love for you to go check that out, and there are some really fun things in that video as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate the support. I love you guys. Hope you have a great week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.